into that song. I didn't even make that noise. They did it this time. I was watching this movie that earlier. I'm going to turn the volume up just a little. I was watching this movie 5 in the morning today. I woke up and it was dark out, and I set up my laptop, and I don't have my laptop set up to the internet yet, so I just plugged a movie in it, and I was like sitting there watching the movie, and it was What Dreams May Come with Robin Williams. If anybody remembers that movie, since I'm an artist, I kind of like that movie because it has a lot to do with that paintings and stuff in the movie. I thought it was really cool, and it's sad, but they had some really good things that they said in that movie. I wish I could repeat it because I have to watch that movie over again and write it down because it was so cool the way the one guy, the guy's supposedly son was saying these things to him, and he was giving Robin Williams a reason for the, like why people die, or I don't know. Kind of, it was just really cool though. Comeback. I mean, I've just never heard those sayings before, so I'd like to probably go watch that movie again and write that stuff down and repeat that because it was such a cool thing that they said. Actually, there was a couple different lines that they said that really got me. I was like, wow. And I'm sitting there, I'm going to have eye surgery, right? The same day, right? And I'm sitting there, I turned this movie on, and here I am. Here's this tears starting to pour down, and I'm sitting there like, oh, I can't do that. I'm going to have eye surgery. Don't be crying. You can't have crying. I don't know if I'm supposed to be crying the day I'm going to have eye surgery. I have no idea if I can or can't, right? And I'm sitting there trying to hold back the tears. And every time I try to hold it back, and they come up with something else, and here I go again, crying all over. I kept crying. I cried like 5 times, and I didn't get to half that movie. And then I turned it off because I had to get ready to go and stuff. But I was like watching it, and I was like, man, this movie is a tearjerker. At least it is for me. Of course, I got that Italian bloodline, It's like, man, everything makes Italians cry. Italian women, we're like, oh, I know, like, to the normal white person, they're kind of like, they don't cry as much as we do. When I was younger, everybody used to call me, oh, you're just a crybaby, And I'm like, well, I wasn't really a crybaby. It's just that I'm a very sentimental person. And I have a lot of feelings inside me. And I pretty much react with feelings. I don't have a scientific mathematical type of brain. I don't go there because that's why I'm so much into music and art and even poetry and stuff like that, because I'm very sentimental and I'm really into anything like that. Means a lot to me. The scientific mathematical brain. I started taking oh gosh, I hate when I start thinking of 5 different things at one time, and then that's why I forget what I'm talking about, because I start thinking about too many things at one time, and it gets all scrambled in my brain. I'm like, oh, what was I saying? I don't even know. I don't remember. It's just too much crap going through my head at once. Oh my gosh, I hate that. I was taking quantum mechanics, physics, and from the computer. There's this computer. There's this guy in California, and he's out of one of the colleges over there, and he is just the best teacher I thought ever. And I just love watching his videos, and I was learning this quantum physics really easy. And it's funny because I can barely, add, subtract, divide. I can't divide with the crap anymore. Really, I've totally forgotten how. And subtracting? Forget it. If you have to start crossing out zeros and stuff, then I get lost. I got crossing out zeros and adding ones, and then all of a sudden, I got $100 more than I thought I had. And I really don't, because I subtract wrong. Man, I have to have a calculator for this crap, these days. That's crazy, because I used to be able to do this, right? And, it's just, I really haven't had the pleasure to use that much math in my life. Not really. So, you just forget that stuff. But the quantum physics is like I just latched onto that like I knew it all my life. And I'm like, what the hell? How is that even possible? And there's even other physics classes that you're supposed to take before you got to that level. And I didn't even take that. I didn't even look at that. I just went leap, 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 leap. I leaped way over the log and on the other side left everything, like, I don't need it, just passed it by. But it's kind of cool, I like to get back to it, so I'd like to get back to it so I can remember it all. That's the thing. I'd like to get back to it and keep doing it to where I just know it like the back of my hand. That would be awesome. I don't. I only studied these classes, one time, and I wrote it all down, and I got notebooks of that junk right here, and yeah, I'd like to get back to even reading that, what I wrote down and stuff, because I took a lot of time doing that. I'd stop a video that was for like hour video or something, and I would stop and start every sentence that the guy said. I wrote down, and I had to stop and start to the whole video. Every single sentence. It doesn't matter what it was, I wrote it down, right? Because it all applied pretty much to the math, and except when this audience would ask him questions, they used to get on my nerves. I used to tell them to shut up. Shut up! The classmates, in the class, they'd start asking questions, and they'd start talking, and I don't know what the hell they were talking about. I could understand the teacher, but the classmates were like, I don't know, some kind of genius from the planet uranium or something. I don't know. What the hell? Are these humans or are they aliens? I'm starting to wonder anymore. People are always saying that there's aliens mixed up around us. I'm wondering now. Jeez. Oh yeah, there's another reason I'm making a show today. I was playing one of my shows, and my computer was started getting all jammed up, so I went out, and then I came back in and started trying to play my show, and I kept getting this message that I couldn't play the show. So I went on Spreaker, and I started trying to play anybody's show, and it wouldn't play anybody's show. And I was like, alright, what the hell's going on? So I thought, well, I can't listen to anything, so I thought, fine, I'll just make a show, unless that screws up too. But so far, I think it's working. I just don't know why I can't play any shows. That's like, what? Just all of a sudden I can't play a show? I don't know. Maybe they're doing some kind of, work to the site, site work to... Maybe there's something wrong. They got to fix something. Who knows? I don't know what's going on. But, I don't have their telephone number or anything. I can't call them and ask them what's going on. So, as long as I could do a show, that's cool. At least, hopefully, it records this one. If it doesn't, man, am I going to be mad? Ooh, yeah, I'll be mad. Of course, I will be. But I'm not going to do a real long show today because I got other stuff to do. But I just want to yak a little bit. Play a few songs and then I'll split. I just want to get back and say hi, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, all my fans and followers, for coming to my show. You don't know how much I appreciate it. I appreciate it wholeheartedly. And I really do just adore all you guys for coming to my show because that just makes me feel so special. I'm so special. No, really. It really helps me towards the goal that I'm, trying. I'd like to get it on a lot bigger someday, but, that's going to take some time. You can't do this stuff overnight. I've been doing this for a long time on another network, and I've just gotten over my fear not too long ago. And, I was talking for a good year, scared to death. Literally scared to death. I must have been as white as a sheet while I was doing the shows because I was scared to death. So I just got over my fear. So now I think it's, now it's like open road, right? Now I can really burn rubber because I got over that stupid fear. I really didn't think it was going to stop. And I didn't know how to handle that. I really didn't know how to handle it. I just kept, the minute you'd start thinking, oh, there could be people in, Hong Kong and Africa and London listening to, that kind of freaked me out. Because it's like, am I really reaching the world? And when you start thinking that you're talking to the world, then it freaks you out. I'm telling you. If you're just on the phone talking to a couple of friends, that's different. But when you're on something that's talking to the world, that could talk to the world, I mean, it's kind of weird because I like internet radio better than the regular radio, because the regular radio doesn't usually reach the whole world. I mean, some syndicated shows, I think it's called syndicated, some of those shows do reach the world, but not this internet, though. I mean, anybody can turn the internet on and make it work, right? I mean, anywhere around the world, they could be listening to the same show you're listening to right now. So that's what's cool, like how that works. I like it better. I like it way better. It's more fun. I really never thought I was going to get into this type of business, this line of work. I mean, I'm not getting paid yet, I told you, but, eventually I probably will, maybe, hopefully. I'd like to have a paycheck just like everybody else. But, I was always thinking about the same kind of stuff. It's not actually radio. It was all kind of a mistake. I mean, it was like an accident how I got all into that. And then I started liking it, but then I was scared, right? I told you I was scared. I was really afraid. So, you just get, things, oh my gosh, life is strange. The things you get into, I don't know, sometimes I'm so wishy-washy, I don't know. I'm spinning around in circles and blindfolded, and I'm trying to pick something out that I like. But these are the things that I like, and I just stick with it. When I find something I like, I stick with it and see where it goes, where it takes me. And if it doesn't take me anywhere, then maybe eventually if I would drop it. But I don't know. I think as long as you try your best and try your hardest, I think you can succeed in anything you want to do. I think, because I know nothing comes to you easy. Nothing just comes to you. You have to work hard at it to get to where you want to get to, it just doesn't come to you. Nothing comes to you, okay? But for me to work a regular job these days, I worked regular jobs. Believe me, I worked tons of regular jobs. I started out as working at a El Taco, kind of like a Del Taco, but it's a El Taco. I started out working there, and then I was doing just regular waitress work, and I worked at Dunkin' Donuts, Shakey's Pizza Parlor. I worked at some trucker cafe, all kinds of weird stuff like that. And then I worked at some car companies, and all of it was so, it was like a paycheck, okay? It paid the bills, but it was so, there was nothing there for you. There was nothing there for you at the end of the day. You couldn't take home anything with you at the end of the day to say, it's mine, or, all of my hard work, I got something to show for it. Nothing like that. There was nothing there for me. It wasn't satisfying me. That's the word I'm looking for. Just no satisfaction. I can't get no satisfaction. But I tried, and I tried, and I tried, but I can't get no! Yeah. Okay, now I'm going nuts. Yep, I knew it was going to happen. It happened somewhere along the line. I can't stop myself. I am Crazy Renee at the UnKnown show. Yeah, that's where you're at. Hello. If you didn't know where you're at, that's where you're at now. Now you know where you're at. Okay. September 17th. Oh, wow. This month has flown by. It's flown by. It was summer last week, and now it's fall. Just like that. Boom, boom. Well, actually, I think we're going to have one more day. 85 degrees. I thought that's tomorrow or the next day. And then it's going down. It's going to be 85 one day, and then the next day it's going to be like 68. Go figure. That's a drop. That's a drop and a half right there, big time. So the weather is going to drastically change. So that one day at 85 degrees, I better finish picking the weeds that I didn't finish picking and pick them fast, because after that